This movie is the biggest, hey, can I copy your homework? Sure, just make sure you change it up a little bit. Movie of all time. I'm David, this is Terrorble Reviews, and if you like all things horror related, make sure you hit that follow button. But today we're going to be reviewing 2006's The Tomb. Now, this is one that I didn't know about until I just watched it, and it might be one of my most favorite films of all time. Not for any good reasons, but because just there's a lot going on with this movie. But with all that said, let's get into the review and see what I think. Terrorble review. Okay, so The Tomb. What is this movie even? Well, it's a mummy knockoff, and it's trying to be a hidden movie by an infamous Italian director. The director listed on this movie is David Hunt. However, the true director of this movie is none other than Bruno Mattei. Yes, that one. The one that makes exploitation films and literally knocks off any popular movie of the time. That Italian director. And this one's no different than his previous works, other than he is now in the digital age with this movie and was able to actually straight up just steal scenes from other movies. And I don't mean like copy them or recreate them. He literally just took the footage from several films. One I recognized immediately as soon as I saw it, and it was the skeletons raising out of the graves, because that was straight from Army of Darkness. Legitimately just a one-for-one shot. Just the same thing. Like, they screen capped the movie and put it in this movie. They did the same thing with several different scenes. There's one where they straight up rip from The Mummy, and then another one where they rip, for some reason, the insects from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I don't know why. They could have just done that very cheaply, but, you know, it is what it is. I've definitely rambled for too long, so let's get into the scores. Starting off with terror. Is this movie scary? Absolutely not. This gets a 1 out of 5 for terror. Moving on, though, how are the effects in this movie? Honestly, not that bad for some effects. But most of these effects are awful. There is one thing, and it's with this opening scene here. The bald dude that you see behind me, if it's visible, he's wearing a bald cap, and it is the most obvious one. And it's really weird because later on in the movie, he's not wearing a bald cap, and he's actually bald. So I don't know why he needed it here. I guess there was like conflicting schedules or something, or he didn't want to shave his head. But it is hilarious. The best effects in this movie are definitely the scenes that they stole from other movies. So I'm giving this one a 1 out of 5 for the effects as well. Now, how about the story? Is it any different from The Mummy? It doesn't really change too much. It's essentially all the same story, just we don't have Brendan Fraser being an awesome hero. We just have this dude that kind of sounds like Jeff Goldblum as our professor, and he's not great. These are Italian people that are definitely trying to speak English, and you can see it. They're definitely saying the English words, but this entire movie is dubbed over in English. So not all the time do the lips match up to what's being said. Sometimes their lips aren't moving at all with what's being said, but if you read their lips, they are speaking English. It's really weird. I'm guessing that they had really thick accents, or the audio just wasn't good in general and they had to overdub it, but I love it. It does amazing things for this movie. This movie is one of the worst movies that I've ever seen, but at the same time, one of the best movies that I've ever seen. I was dying of laughter so many times throughout this film, and not for any good reasons. This is the room of horror movies, and I think that's the same with a lot of Bruno's work, but this movie, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. But the story still gets a 1 out of 5. Lastly, was The Tomb fun? Absolutely. I can't say it wasn't. I had a blast watching this movie. It is not good in any way. I do not condone plagiarism. I do not condone just ripping from other movies. But man, this was fun to watch. I'm going to break my own rules here. I'm going to give The Tomb a 10 out of 5 for fun, because I have not laughed this hard at a movie in such a long time. There's so much going on in this movie, between just the overdubbing, the actions that these people take, the lighting in some scenes, and then on top of all of this, there's just these weird moments where like they're trying to get around the camera person as he's like trying to do one single shot, and you'll see people like move out of his way, and then as soon as he gets past them, they gather back together. It's so good. I love it so much. This is a terrible, terrible movie. Do not pay money for this movie, but it is free on Tubi. I do recommend going and checking it out. Lastly, though, was The Tomb terrifying or terrible? This movie was a really bad bald cap on a copy of The Mummy. But have you seen The Tomb? If you have, let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next review.